Alright, and welcome back. Part 11. Currently fighting our way through the Lost Chapel. Making sure everything's right on the stream. Alright. Things looking good. In Bring It Don's neighborhood. Okay. Let's keep exploring the Lost Chapel. Okay, I don't care if Nenio's blinded or not.
Quick, else we miss all the
the
fun.
Let's go get all of our buffs out before we proceed, before I make a mistake. I know we're free casting of it. May as well get rid of it. I should save it for my main character, if in case he needs it. Or even Regil. Alright, I don't want to use up any diamond dust. We have plenty of it.
Speak with your
Are we ready to move out?
I really should have grabbed abundant casting on Wolja first. But he is melee, so I think last stand is more valuable. Excuse me, more valuable. Ugh.
Missed me already.
We don't need that. Just do aid on these three. It has been really cold. Well, at least it's felt colder. It actually hasn't been as cold as I thought it was lately. It was like 40 degrees yesterday, but it felt a lot colder. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. I'm usually very tolerant of the cold. I think it was misting. That's why it felt so cold. It wasn't really windy. I don't know, I was in the parking lot talking to my dad after bowling. Good job, buddy. But always stay safe in the snow. I'm lucky. Well, my university is like 30 seconds from the road, up the road from me when I was going there. But yeah, I don't have a vehicle that can traverse in the snow anyway. Neither one of my cars. Well, the Mazda does okay. It's front-wheel drive, so it's a little better than the Camaro. But the Camaro does not. It doesn't even like wet roads, let alone snow-covered roads.
Tear your throat out!
Are they coming for me? They are not.
Retreat is not an option. Kneel before me.
No secret.
A success worthy of praise.
I hope you appreciate this. Well, the spirits guide me.
I should hasten up to that fight. The main character took so long to get there. Why is he moving so slow? Oh, bull strength is wasted on him. I forgot we got that belt from the Crusade. Yeah, he's just moving slow. I don't know, that's weird. There's no debuffs or anything on him. Alright, so is this a small shield or a buckler? It's a light shield. Shoot. Alright, so I missed this, my first playthrough, because I broke the wand of Zacharias. But if you don't break it and take it with you, you can go downstairs. Yeah, even then I would have had to walk to university. Like I said, my car is not designed for inclement weather.
Backwards.
So this is new to me. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it though, because I'm going to save it for... Oh gosh. There are enemies down here.
They'll beg me to stop.
I see blood. Blood!
The world in crimson.
There were enemies down here. Hey Lennon, and yeah, I'm in Dresden. I'm doing the Zacharias area.
What's in wait for me there?
I didn't do that my first playthrough because I broke the wand
I spy.
instead of taking it with me.
What do I spy?
What your charger? I like paladin classes because they fill the leadership role that I like to play in my parties.
Shall we move? We shall move.
Open your heart.
So
to me.
I like cavaliers just as much, but they
At
usually
your
aren't in
discretion.
games except for the paladin, cavalier, and Baldur's Gate.
I am
but,
hopeful. Am I
I'm
not?
drawn to any sort of frontline leadership class, particularly if they have auras or other support passives like that, like paladins do. Because when you play games like this with a party, it makes sense for the main character to have a high charisma, thematically or narratively, however you want to say it, both ways actually, because they bring all these random people together to work towards a common goal. And I also like my main character being the face of the party.
I'll remove
Close
this obstacle.
ranks. I will return to mine.
Slice! Behead!
Press the attack.
But like I say, cavaliers, there's other classes that fit the same role.
I'll watch your back.
Cavaliers lead from the front, they have all the teamwork, inspiration feats.
I hope you appreciate this.
I think most areas are pretty easy to figure out. This looks like a lot of the other dungeons, but there's no blood in it. So, as far as dungeons go in this game, that's fairly unique.
This way.
Oh, I learned something new. So this is also new to me. I've never seen this before. Where am I at? So +1 competence bonus to DC on a spell with death descriptor. Alright, well that's not going to help me out a whole lot. But if I was going Lich, be pretty good.
Wherever my legs carry me. Forwards! No, backwards! Backwards! Trail me. What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Ah, the man, the myth, the martyr. I got the achievement, all paths open, because I missed a Lich one in my first run. Alright, I'm just gonna blitz to this real quick. I'm not gonna spend too much time reading it, even though it is new material for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna give him the wand. I'm gonna keep it. No.
Battle formation.
Mind over muscle.
Is he chaotic? No, he's neutral. So Rachel's not gonna be a lot of help here. Let's see how this goes.
No match for me.
I cast that a little further back just so I don't hit Regil with it when he gets closer.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be a tough fight. New plan, Darren. Just heal.
You're irrelevant.
I don't think that's gonna work, is it? He's immune to it because he's undead. Alright, new plan. Grease.
The spirits demand your blood.
May I see your entrails, please?
Pain is excruciating.
This condition is irrational.
Alright, I knew it was not gonna be a lot of help. That's expected.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Retreat is not an option.
Am I at my limit?
I would have liked Grease. Let's try that again. Alright, she's dead. That was expected. Someone was gonna die here. Alright, we're not doing a lot of damage to him.
His blackness.
Even with this massive buff that we have from this. Pretty ludicrous. Also expected. Hey Nanio, if you want to contribute, that would be great. Nope, she's still scared. Really want this Grease to go off, or anything. I mean, if she contributed at all, that'd be fantastic. Hey, we did 2 whole damage.
Die, die, die!
I don't really have a lot else I could do I? Oh, remove fear, that would have probably been handy. Should have cast that beforehand. Actually, I'll probably do that. 'Cause I think we're gonna have to reload here.
Mystery of ourselves?
Alright, so Darren can't move. Can he heal himself at least? No. Okay.
I'll rip you apart!
I mean, we're in a pickle. Disrupt Undead. Let's see what we can do with that. Run away, Nenio. How long does this effect last? Oh, it's permanent. Well, that might be game over. Do I have any remove paralysis scrolls? I can try to get something out of this. I have 1. Will she get it off before she dies, though?
Burn! Slice! Behead! Yes, behead.
Now we are making a mystery of ourselves?
His reflex saving throw is actually pretty weak. If we keep him in the grease, we might have a chance.
May I see your entrails, please?
What else can I do?
Let the attack commence.
Oh no! He got pulled in.
Vision blurring?
Oh, that's it.
Shaking.
They'll
care.
beg me to stop.
I dedicate my body to science. I dedicate my body to science.
Well, there's the grease of okay. Let's reload that. I don't consider that a game over. It's not going towards my count, which I don't... That 11? No, I don't have any body. I have the invisibility, but that's not what I need to counter, unfortunately.
Rules
But
are made to be broken.
this will come in very handy.
This way.
Yeah, they have got it this time.
Quick, else we miss all the fun.
You are my favorite aide.
Make sure I have all my buffs out before we actually engage him. I'm just gonna run straight to him and ignore all the books for right now.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Save the last one for me.
Behead, yes, behead.
He only has a Masterwork Quarterstaff. I find that a little interesting. I guess we do have his wand.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Out of my sight.
Let's try and get Grease out again. Like I said, he is susceptible to it. I messed him up, guys. That should have been activated a little while ago.
His condition is irrational.
Hang in there, guys. Oh, fell down. He's not actually, Hey, we did it! That was a lot easier. We weren't feared. Alright, so I got the Broken Wand of Zacharias back. Dried Hand of Martyr. Don't you get this anyway? 1 minute per level. Pretty disappointing loot, all things considered. Though I will use that. Does anyone need an amulet or ring of protection? I mean, I guess Nenio does. Not that unless she actually needs it, but sure. Since she is with us, we might as well give her some equipment. As far as charisma goes, she has wisdom. I think this is better for right now.
You require my unbiased opinion? Nice try. Didn't work though.
Devil Imp. Oh, +2 to trickery and stealth. So it's a little pet you can have follow you around. That's neat. Oh, hello there.
Forwards? No, backwards.
Smile.
Backwards.
The world's not ending just yet.
Alright, what's back
Oh,
here?
What is that?
How do I disarm it? Where's the mechanism at? Oh, is that it? There's no red line. Huh. I'm glad I didn't finish looting this room yet.
I am helpful, am I not?
Oh, learned something else new. Ooh, 2 new things. All sorts of exciting stuff down here. Shame I missed it my first playthrough. Oh wow, +1 insight bonus on perception and stealth skill checks, and +10 hit points. I mean, some good stuff down here. So no matter what path you choose... what am I doing? Oh yeah. Always save Zacharias' wand. So +1 insight bonus on lore religion and lore nature skill checks. That's awesome. And you get another pet to follow you around, which is even better.
Trail me.
Well, good. I'm glad I found this. I'm gonna try and set up so I can basically 100% the game in my next Let's Play of the game. That's what a lot of these streamed paths are gonna be, or streamed playthroughs. I might do the secret ending for my next Let's Play. Which, well, that makes me want to do the proper Let's Play for the secret ending for Kingmaker too.
What do we have here?
We'll see. All these playthroughs, it's probably going to be like a several-year-long
I hope you
project.
appreciate this.
It's not going to happen overnight.
I am helpful, am I not?
The Angel Path. I'm going to bring my Paladin back. Good old Donald the Paladin. And go Angel. That's after all the DLC and everything's been released and it's confirmed they won't release anything else for the game.
The heartbeat quickens. I'll cut you wide open.
You should have listened to reason.
I will see to your demise. Off with your head.
Mind over muscle.
Surprise!
Okay, a little roughed up there. That's okay. I think Darren is the only one that got affected by negative levels. Let me just double check that. Yeah.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
And he can fix himself. Nope, he's out of castings. He can fix himself after we rest. Ooh, Lesser Maximize Magic Wand. I guess we'll give it to him. Huh, what is this? As you summon demon or angel once per day, if the owner is evil alignment, it will summon 1d2 + 1 monadic devas. If the owner is good alignment, it will summon Nabasu demons. If they're neutral, there's an equal chance to summon angels or demons. Duration of summoning is equal to the owner's level. There's a 10% chance that the creatures will break free from the control and start attacking the owner. The book has 10 pages, and each time the owner uses it to summon a creature, they receive one of the following scrolls randomly. Well, that sounds awesome. Okay. I mean, the 10% chance of them attacking you is a little less awesome. But still a really cool item. No mods. I'm not that worried about merging spellbooks.
No, backwards. Backwards!
I'm just gonna use a big old hammer and start... Well, I'm not even gonna have spells. I'm gonna go on Warrior of the Holy Light. So, the Paladin subclass that loses, or archetype, that loses spellcasting. And no, I tried to 100% Kingmaker and I messed up somewhere. I think...
Now what is that?
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Open your heart to me.
I think one of the curse researches bugged out, or maybe I only did 12 out of 13, because you have to do 13 of the researches. Oh, goodness. I misclicked. That's okay.
Anything new?
Rules are made to be broken.
We're gonna rest up after this area is complete anyway.
Close ranks.
Alright, let them come to me.
I'll remove this obstacle.
May I see your entrails, please?
You're irrelevant.
Did you like that?
You should have listened to reason.
Let the attack commence.
He wasn't supposed to be on the front line, but that's okay. It's over anyway. Got a little impatient. I could have waited for him to come to us, but he hesitated. I was afraid he wasn't going to.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Well, Kitsune, Nene was not going to stay in the party, so I gave it to Darren. Darren's going to be in charge of all our auxiliary summons. Because later on, we're not going to heal nearly as much. At least I don't plan on it.
This way.
And since he's going to be in the party, I guess there's no reason not to. But I would rather give him a little more kick than just healing. I didn't get a chance to finish reading these, I don't think, because I got attacked. And let's say I missed loot back here too.
So many thoughts, so little time.
And Ennio is just a placeholder for one of our missing companions right now. He won't come back until Act 3, I think. Yeah, it's a random encounter in Act 3. And he does disappear for quite a while, doesn't he? It is a little annoying. I mean, I don't think he's so good to where you'd build your entire party around him, but... he doesn't have access to this. Let's go ahead and craft... Whoops. Go ahead and craft that. A pretty solid buff to have.
Rich girl, I want to know more about your childhood. I am composing an addendum about the lives of illegitimate
We
children
won
of noble families
2
in
out of
Axton.
4.
Or is bastards the correct term?
Why, you... Never mind. Taking offense at your lack of manners would be
Well,
foolish.
yeah,
One
non-random
day,
random
we
encounter,
shall
like
take
a lot of
walk
the
somewhere free
quote
from
random
listening
encounters in the
ears,
game,
and I shall tell you everything.
like the
More than
dragon,
you could hope for.
the drow, stuff like that. They're still technically random encounters. All right, so let's take care of these negative levels. Alright, restoration takes forever to cast. You have to be a lot more careful with Darren, because he has that stagger debuff at the beginning of combat. I let him get caught out by those darn specters when we started that fight.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Yeah, we won one of the games, and I think we won total pins. Because it's 3 games, but you have a total of 8 points you can win. It's 2 per... No, we tied one of the games. I think we won the second game, we tied the third, so both teams get both points. And I think maybe we lost total pins. You know what, let's go and rest again, just so we have all the death wards up that we want. We have this right here, we can activate after. I don't need another casting of that, I don't think, so instead... Did I not select that? What did I do? I always hit back.
My fingers are getting
Thank you, yeah,
white.
the team we're playing against...
How much more time do I have? 20 years? 10? 1? I do not fear death. What if bleaching makes me lazy and undisciplined? I hope I do not live to see such a disgrace.
Corruption and Nightmares. Not worried about it because we're about to get uncorrupted. Yeah, the team we're playing against, the one guy, he's very good. One of the games, he got all strikes except for 3 frames.
Let's shake a leg!
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Like, his handicap was 1. He has a handicap of 1. So... I don't feel bad losing to that guy. I actually meant to cook meals during camp there. I had it set up that way. I don't remember why I had it set up that way. But there was a reason I did it the way I had it set up. I just didn't change it for that rest. Yeah, I usually get the hearty meal for the +1 to skill checks.
Tell me,
I crave
and I'll do
your
it.
commands.
That's
Are we ready to
it's
move
usually my
out?
priority is skill checks. That's why chocolate chip ice cream was my favorite meal in Kingmaker. Because he gave you, was it +2 to all skill checks?
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
What sort of bonus is it? Does it stack with everything? That's insane. It's +4 to all your attributes. No, if I do the Age of Wonders, I'm gonna play through all the games. I don't like skipping around in series on the channel. Even I know they're not necessarily sequential, but oh gosh, Nenio, you could just say no. You don't have to do that. You just say no. You couldn't do it.
Let's have some fun.
Alright, don't cancel my command, please. Thank you.
Die, die, die!
The spirits demand your blood.
Retreat is not an option.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
They'll beg me to stop!
Trail me. No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
I am helpful, am I not?
Alright, so there's Erebeth. Let's go ahead and save her, I guess.
Let me draw the first blood.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, I have a little bit of experience with Age of Wonders. I don't remember which one I played. It was an Age of Wonders. What was the steampunk one? Was that Age of Wonders? Like the Clockwork Men? Makes a little bit more sense. This game, I think, mechanically is more fun than Kingmaker. I think I prefer Kingmaker's story, or the pacing of Kingmaker a little better. But yeah, this one is more fun than Kingmaker for sure. And you get more replay value out of it as well.
I hope you appreciate this.
No, not Planetfall. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. This is gonna bother me till I remember. I have it in a tote in the closet right now. It's one of my PC games. Age of Game. Yeah, so it was not Age of Wonders, it was, son of a gun. Not pulling up the name for me. I'm so close to it. It was an Age of Games, I'm like 90% certain. It was Age of, and there were 4 factions. You had a faction that had like flying carpets and magic. There was the human faction that used like steampunk technology. They had these clockwork giants that they used. Yeah, failing all these stealth checks.
The last one for me.
We're trying though. That's what matters, right? The thought that counts. Hey, Nenio, hang back. Gonna do anything, cast grease and slow down these guys.
I'll rip you apart!
You should have listened to reason.
May I see your entrails, please?
I'll remove this obstacle.
Alright, go get him, guys.
Commence. With your head.
Kneel before me.
Oh man. Added like 2 feet to that guy when we killed him. Now that's free healing if you play a
This
Dampier.
way.
I am helpful. Am I?
Might be
not?
worth arguing that the Dampier is the strongest class in the or strongest race in the game.
A success worthy of praise.
It's pretty ludicrous just how beneficial it is to be a Dampier and heal off of negative energy. And outright ignore negative energy damage. It's pretty silly. Alright, we'll pick all this stuff up later. I don't need to carry it around right now.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards! Trail me.
Well, joke's on them. I'm a completionist. At least I try to leave no stone unturned. Playing blind, you do miss stuff. Like I missed Zacharias my first playthrough, because I was like, oh, evil icky wand, let's break it. There's so much to be found down there. Wasn't there a way to drop down here? Or can you only climb up from the cliff face here?
This way.
I swore there's a way to climb down all the way here. Like there was a... Because I climbed up the mountain and came up this way. Did they change it?
Wherever my legs carry me.
Do I have to fight the Nabasu before we do the Desden Altar quest?
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
That's lame. Well, yeah, and they also, Dampiers also get a lot of free healing, because what else are you going to use all this negative, like all these inflict wound scrolls for? I remember not having any trouble staying healed my first run. I charged my main character in with the he's a cavalier. If he took damage, I had a bunch of, you know, free healing. It maybe not best. I mean, the free feat with humans is pretty absurd. It's very powerful.
Well,
Open to ideas. You are my favorite aide.
Make sure that doesn't wear off on us.
Up two, keep it up! Well, how do you like my soldiers? Oh, so much prettier than yours, aren't they? And my games, so much more fun!
There's this guy's triangle above his head is goofy. Like, here I am. Yeah, I don't know, I put a lot of stock in just being immune to certain things, so being immune to negative energy. I know they still lose levels and attributes technically, but it doesn't affect them. I mean, it will eventually kill them. I don't know, I do put a lot of stock into any sort of immunity, even if it's something minor. Another reason why I like paladins so much.
Playing soldiers? How old are you? 8?
The disgrace. Our camp was ravaged by an overgrown child with wings.
But yeah, I think I'd agree that human is probably the most powerful race for the free feat, especially for certain classes like paladins, who are feat starved.
Darling, look who's here. It's the commander, come to return what he stole from you. It should have been you in command of this army. And these powers, they should have been yours. Oh, darling, why so sad? Oh, please, sweetheart, say something. When you're like this, it makes me sad too. You don't want me to be sad, do you? Come on, smile. I did everything you wanted, even better than you wanted. The fools who humiliated you got what they deserved. Can you hear them scream? And now their commander will be torn to pieces along with them. Oh, it's sure to be a fine show. Just for the two of us. And we have the best seats in the house.
I don't know, Harry. I think he reminds me of a Power Rangers villain. Which, I mean, I guess you could still argue takes away from the epicness of the fight, but I don't mind it. There's plenty of epicness throughout the rest of the game to make up for it.
This is too much. They deserve death, and what happened in Canabris was fair punishment. But this depraved torture... order your creature to finish them off, and we'll be done here!
Sweetie, don't tell me what to do. We were too soft on them, I think. Just remember the way they humiliated you. And for what? For your part in a heroic feat? And now they would take Dresden from you? Each of them deserves 100 deaths. The only thing unfair about this is that we can kill them only once. There now. Don't pout. Kiss me, my love, and let's enjoy the spectacle!
Hey! Hey! What are you looking at? Look at me! I'm right here! Do I need to bite your soldiers' heads off for you to notice me? I can do it, you know.
Yes. Come to us. We'll have some fun.
I feel like a cave lizard that's chased a spider onto the ceiling, and now all I can do is hiss at it from below. Not that it's not enjoyable, just stupid.
But why would I ever do that? You'd better come up to me. Not all of you, of course. Just your head will suffice. Melkineth, my dear, bring me his head.
Tear your throat out! No match for me.
Mind over muscle.
That's worth a shot. Actually, instead, let's try and get Grease over here or something. Whoops, I mean to activate turn-based mode. Get out of here. I always fat-handed that. I need to change the hotkey for that. Can you even change the hotkey for that? Because if so, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Where's it at? Oh, control space. It does require both. I keep fat-handing control because I rest my palm right there. Hit spacebar. What don't I use? I don't use this key. There we go. Tired of accidentally doing that. It messes up my turn order in my
Die! Die! Die!
This one's mine!
Surprise!
I'll rip you apart!
There we go. Nothing to it.
Minato! What is this? How could this be? You deceived me, you wretch! You promised I'd become...
Yeah, I brought Windwag, one, to mix things up, but two, I'm building a party around making Regil angry, since I'm going Trickster this run. So the whole shtick for my party is just making Regil mad. I think it'll be fun. For PS5, I haven't played it on console myself. I've actually heard good things about the console port. Usually you don't when it comes to CRPGs like this on console, but I would ask somebody that's actually played it on console. I'm not going to vouch for something that I haven't played. The game itself is great. I'm just concerned about the performance and everything on PS5.
How? The shouldn't have. Why? Staunton, what is this? What should we do?
Yeah, voice acting in this game is top notch. I wish everyone was voice acted. I know it's a very daunting project for a game this size, but seeing Deadfire do it, I mean, I would like to see it for games like this.
I can't do anything with these sores. It's no use. Darling, please do something.
Calm down. I said quiet. First, just get us out of here. Then we'll decide what to do.
Right. Let's fly away quickly.
What do you feel? Power? New abilities? All of this is so exciting.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case with a lot of CRPGs with controllers.
Well, so this is how it happens. The second time the strange power manifests. Just like in the Grey Garrison. Speaking of power, I doubt I'm the only one who found this demon, let's say, unusual. Stronger than any Nabasu ever described in the Order's bestiaries.
The first 2 acts, yeah.
What an unexpected sensation. Like a sip of the finest wine, a soul-sapping caress. The night was difficult, but for that ending, oh, it was worth it.
Just like in Canabras. I feel a new power within me. Oh, yes, I chose my master well.
That preposterous unscientific power again. Sooner or later, I will research it, categorize, and describe its effects. Or else I'm not Nenio, the greatest scientist on Galarion.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Aw, man, we didn't fix it. Okay, well. Alright, new mythic stuff. Mythic Hero, of course. I do wonder, this might be worth it for my 2-weapon fighting tree, since I'm going to miss a lot of my secondary or offhand attacks. Flawless attacks would also be very good. Proof critical mythic. Mythic sneak attack. A lot of these are really good. All these would work for my build. But I think I'm going to go for 2-weapon fighting mythic. So your penalties on attack rolls for fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by 2. I mean, that's just... that's super good. Which puts us at what? Can I actually look at it here? So does this completely negate my penalty? Except for power attack? Thanks, Miles. I'm glad you're enjoying the stuff, man. Yeah, I always have a hard time choosing feats, mythic feats, especially for like strength-based damage dealers, and with 2-weapon fighting. There's just so many good choices. Mythic power attack, destructive shockwave, which I may not get. It's not a ton of damage, but it is guaranteed damage. So if you miss, you still get your damage modifier or your strength modifier and damage. but you shouldn't plan on missing. So, it's a toss-up. For her, we should get... where's it at? Yeah, Weapon Finesse Mythic. Use your Dexterity modifier instead of your Strength modifier on your damage rolls.
I'll watch
Let me
your back.
check one thing real quick. What else does she have? Is there a reason to get? Did I just mess up? Is there even a reason to get? 'Cause that's your damage from dexterity right there. Is that's redundant? Yeah, okay. Well, let's reload that. Well, I'll just respec her when we get back to camp. Not a big deal. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I forgot that I got her Fencing Grace. that's my bad. I wish it would say that when you hover over it, saying, oh, you already have, you know, the same thing. Let me check his skills too. Hold on. And make sure I don't do the same thing with him. Make sure does he have... Alright, so he has it for attack rolls. Does he have... No. Okay, so he could do it. There's not an equivalent for him. Because there's no slashing or fencing grace for Gnome Hooked Hammer. Got it. So he needs Weapon Finesse Mythic. No, she doesn't need to dual wield rapiers. Does Fencing Grace actually say you can use bucklers with it? I don't remember. I had a character built around slashing grace. Hey, you still use a buckler in your offhand. You still use a buckler with slashing grace as well? I don't recall. Alright, I think we're just gonna grab, actually, it's a pretty tough call for her, too. Yeah, let's get Deadly Aim Mythic for her. She's done a pretty good job of landing her hits. So more damage is always welcome. Alright, good old Nenio. Let's get Spell Penetration Mythic, and then I'll probably get more Mythic abilities for her. Yeah, sure. More healing. We'll lean into that for a little bit, but pull out of it as we progress. Again, I don't like to rely on healing later on, but since he's already such a potent healer, I may as well, you know, kind of stick to his strengths for now. Constitution. Congrats, buddy. And congrats.
Trail me.
Yeah, I usually do as well. It's like, it's more important to hit than do damage, but it was at the top of the list, and... like I said, she hasn't really had trouble landing her hits up to this point, so it was a weighted decision. You could argue that two-weapon fighting is better for Regil, but the he gets more damage this way. So right now he can hit, sure, but he's not doing any damage with his hits. So when it comes to dexterity builds like that, I like to get the
Precision
slashing
and
grace or fencing grace equivalent as soon as possible so they can keep up damage-wise. Otherwise, he's not doing a whole lot for the party. Alright, so make sure I didn't miss anything up here. I didn't see any perception checks. That's my biggest grievance with my Aldori Swordlord build in Kingmaker, was it took so long for me to get my slashing grace.
Rules are made to be broken.
Of course.
First I said, no, I can't.
Can we still not descend? Let me go back over this way. I assume the path still hasn't opened up over here yet. I have to go speak to Golfray first. And also with two-weapon fighting, again, you can go either way, increase attack or damage, but the they get so many attacks off already per round. Some are going to miss regardless, but when they hit, you know, why not make them hit a little harder? Here it is.
I did it.
Our buffs are going to wear off. I should probably rest up real quick and reapply.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, enemies nearby. They're right beside me. It's no good.
You are today's sacrifice!
Burn! Slice! Behead, yes!
Press the attack!
I'll make short work of this. Out of my sight!
Yeah, so when do I just hit 3 attacks in a row? 4 attacks.
Am I at my limit?
Are we just not? What's going on here? Thank you for finally killing that guy, jeez. Yeah, Windwag was the only one actually landing hits. How annoying was that? Yeah, I remember I had Darren doing camouflage. I don't remember what situation I was in where I didn't need him to cook. Yeah, I still rather have more damage. Sooner we kill enemies, less likely they are to kill us. It's not really a game where you want to test battles of attrition. You want to wrap it up as fast as you can. Which is why the Cavalier is so darn good in this game. As long as you get line of sight on an enemy mob before they see you, you can charge in, one-shot the biggest threat, and then clean up the rest. Man. The Cavalier is really powerful in this game.
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Giant spiders?
Go for their hearts!
Oh gosh, what will we ever do against giant spiders? That's actually pretty tough.
You're irrelevant.
Alright, let's go finish resting. Yeah, I noticed we failed the camouflage game. You didn't have to tell me. Got attacked by giant spiders.
Open your heart.
Did I not clear out my,
Crave for
Did I
adventure.
clear my corruption last time? Or did we just get more this time? Whatever.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Anyway, so will-o-wisps now. Awesome.
Death is life's final surprise. And I enjoy surprising people.
Alright, one of these blurs has to fail, right? Look at us go.
I welcome your company.
I really wish it would stop going back up to the level 0 spells. Super not a fan of that.
Shall we
Okay.
move? We shall move.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Aw, man, we're out of first aid kits.
Trail me.
So I actually used this at one point, my first playthrough. I think I had Socio use it.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
There was a fight in Dresden. Oh, someone asked if I was in Dresden earlier, and I said yes. Sorry, I meant the Lost
Should've
Chapel.
listened to reason.
Nenio, why don't you hang back? Just a smidge.
Retreat is not an option.
What? You didn't?
I will see to your demise.
Kill is for you!
This way.
Alright, edge of the map. Make sure we clear that out as well. I think that'd be the ambulance, Matthew. I don't know if they have ambulances in Galarian.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Wasn't there a tough fight with like cultists down here? That was like an alchemist or someone standing around somewhere. I know there's some carts over here. Yeah, there's these guys.
Heartbeat quickens.
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open.
May I see your entrails, please?
Precision and grace.
Kneel before me.
Oh, let the attack
Make
commence.
short work of nothing before me.
The spirits demand your blood.
This is why I
Burn my Wendwag.
Alright, didn't take any hits there. Look at us go. Just rocking and rolling. Crazy just how big this map is.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I am your judge, and soon your execution.
Oh, click too far.
You are today's sacrifice.
They'll beg me to
Go
stop.
for their hearts. I'll cut you wide open.
This one's mine.
Mind over muscle.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh wow.
I'll rip you apart.
Decent little hit off there.
I'll remove this obstacle.
This way.
That's right, Demodand. That's what I'm thinking of.
Wherever my legs carry me.
You should have listened to
Close
reason.
ranks. Press the
I will see to your demise.
Hey, I'm glad you finally got to catch a stream, man. Welcome.
Retreat is not an option.
With your head.
Where are we
Kneel
at?
before
There we
me.
are.
A cave slug.
This one's mine.
Go get him. Oh gosh. Yeah, Wendewag is a little murder machine right now.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I do think the bonus damage was the way to go, based off just how frequently she is hitting. And then when we get that +3 throwing axe very soon,
Forwards! No, no, backwards. Backwards!
she'll be hitting even more frequently and doing even more damage. But don't spoil it. This is five parts ahead of that. Do I have a way to get rid of exhausted? I'm gonna save this for Woljif when he gets back. I guess I don't notice a trickery. We'll give it to her for now.
Well,
Sorry,
Trail.
pick up all that stuff later. Yeah, I might just go ahead and rest up and get rid of this. But this will get worse if we do. I guess we just do restoration, right? That'll get rid of the old exhaustion. Yeah, good as new.
Crusading
May I see
isn't
your
that boring
entrails,
after all.
please? Let the attack commence.
Mind over muscle. You are today's sacrifice.
Alright, absolutely shellac those guys. Always a good feeling.
Die! Die! What's in wait for me there?
You'll make a fine trophy.
Mess them up! Oh, it's a lot. Let's see. What do I got? What do I got? Wish I had slow. That would be really good right here. And we have this. Make that work.
Burn! Slice!
Precision
Behead, yes!
and grace.
Maybe we'll actually get Bane off this time.
Press the attack.
They'll beg me to stop. No match for me.
That was an absolute slaughter.
go for their hearts.
Actually, what was that warning about? I wasn't paying attention. I probably should have been.
Retreat is not an option. The end.
Hang in there, buddy. You want to go down to the old Demodan, do you?
before me.
Should have pulled him back. Well, he still has last stand. Let's get pulled back now. Make him fight. Yeah, it's okay. We won anyway.
To the end.
Yeah, surprised that Incubus and Succubus fight went so well.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody, and performs their duties out.
I guess having Darren focus so much on healing will save me a lot of money later on.
I'll
Let
remove
the
this
duel
obstacle.
commence.
May I see your entrails, please?
You should
I
have
remember I
listened to
spent a
reason.
lot of money on mass heal scrolls in the first game. Yes, I think I did. I know I used a lot of resurrect scrolls on old Nenio towards the end. Just getting one shot in every fight.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Let me draw the first blood.
Vogla. Terrible name.
This one's mine.
I'll cut you wide open.
Mind over muscle.
That's right, I don't have Death Ward up.
I'll rip you apart!
Out of my sight!
And Nenio, pull back.
Oh, let the attack commence. Die, die, die!
I'll remove this obstacle.
I refuse to surrender.
Let's get
Getting a
to the
little
exciting
hasty.
part.
As I always do in streams. That's when the gameplay starts falling apart. Alright, armor bracers +4. I don't want to give them to her because I might forget that she has them, and I don't give them to Woljif when he comes back. But let's go ahead and do it. Oh, okay. Well, we'll save that for old, I can use them at level 14. But I think Urushalai gets access to that a little earlier, so...
Forwards? No, backwards, backwards!
There are kind of class restrictions, so certain classes will be proficient with a certain type of weapons. Every class is proficient with simple weapons. So, like, bare bones, what? Quarterstaves, short swords, things like that. Some classes, typically martial classes or full BAB classes, will be proficient with martial weapons. So, like, axes and more weapon-like weapons, I guess. No need for that. You're gonna have a loud car, because my car makes a little bit of noise. All right, it's a Camaro. It's all stock though, nothing crazy. Like, it shouldn't sound like an RC car going down the road. Okay, like, have some self-respect. So yeah, there's simple, martial, and exotic weapons. Simple, everyone has access to. Martial is more advanced, so like war axes, great axes, things like that. Then exotic weapons are things like my two-weapon sword, or two-bladed sword, or Regel's gnome-poked hammer. They're very specific. Now, certain races will have access to certain weapon proficiencies. Like gnomes have anything with gnome in the name. Orcs have anything with orc in the name. Dwarves have anything with dwarf in the name, like dwarven war axes, dwarven urgoshes or urgroshes, whatever they're called. Orcs get like the orc double axe. What am I forgetting? There's something else I was going to mention. Oh, and like elves get proficiency in longbows and longswords, just by default. Or druid's not proficient with all simple weapons? Well, okay. So not everyone's proficient with all simple weapons, if that's the case. BAB. BAB is your basic attack bonus. You can see right here, which is plus 15 for Regil currently. Or I guess plus 8. It scales with your level. You get 1 BAB if you're a full BAB class. So a level 8 martial class has plus 8. Clerics, for instance, are... There's 3 tiers. So you have full BAB, which gets plus 1 per level. You get, I guess, medium BAB is what it's called, where you get 3/4 per level. And then you get low BAB, which is half a BAB per level. So martial classes, paladins, rangers, fighters, things like that get 1 per level. Clerics and I think oracles are 3/4 level. Maybe bards are 3/4 as well. And then basically full casters like wizards get half a BAB per level. So basically you can't have a wizard that gets as much attack rating but can also cast, you know, level 9 spells by the end. Also, apologize to anybody watching this who may drive a Honda with the RC modifier on it. But, don't. Yeah, sorry if I wasn't super clear. I got a little distracted by that dude blasting down. By the way, I live on a residential road. Alright, that dude was not going 25. Like, I probably wouldn't have anything against the RC cars if they drove courteously. You know, if he wasn't going 50 down to 25.
Retreat is not an option.
Oh, Nenio, you be a goofball. But they all drive like jackasses, and I just can't respect that.
I will see to your demise.
You should have listened to reason.
No match for me.
Kneel before me.
Alright, so we got the small sextant. It's part of the puzzle. Yeah, I think my favorite jokes from Tom Segura, who's one of my favorite comedians,
Wait for me there, I wonder.
talks about how you can tell a lot about a person by what they drive. I highly recommend you look up that segment of his stand-up.
I spy? What do I spy? This way.
I don't know what it's about Tom Segura. He has it's his presentation. It's how he delivers the jokes, I think, is what gets me.
Never my legs carry me.
So I think
I did it.
that's a good half of being a comedian, is the presentation.
I'll tear your throat out.
The spirits demand your blood! Mind over muscle!
Yeah, ambush the ambushies, right?
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Alright, so that's just the way we've already been up there. Let me go back. Did I spend a long time trying to figure out how to get over here? My first run? I feel like I did. Alright, go ahead and get these guys while my haste is up. No need to waste time.
No match for me.
This one's mine!
It's not like they really have a chance anyway.
Trail me. Did you see that?
Alright. So all that's been cleared out. I think we're all set. I need to grab this loot. I didn't grab that loot. Can't just run back up there.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Well, let's go back up here.
I did it!
I get double the experience for it too. So gnomes are not native to Galarian. They're from the first world. It's a plot point explored in Kingmaker.
This way.
Specifically with Jubilost.
I did it.
But it's also just part of their lore. And so all creatures in the first world are immortal, but with them coming to Galarian, they've lost that immortality. And basically they have to retain the same like carefree, adventurous nature they had in the first world in order to extend their life. As they grow older and get bored and that things aren't as exciting for them anymore, they start losing their color. So gnomes are known for like their bright, vibrant like hair color. Like Regil had purple hair beforehand, but it's turning white. And so they slowly die as they get bored of life, basically. And as they do so, they lose their skin pigmentation and their hair pigmentation. And it's called the bleaching because they turn white.
Let's shake a leg!
So that's why you see a lot of gnomes that are chaotic, and why Regil is so unique for being a Hell Knight gnome who's lawful evil instead of chaotic to some degree.
Wherever my legs carry me.
We have the map, and we have the sextant somewhere. Alright, there's a third thing. I think it's in the cave. Let's go back and take care of that. Yeah, so it used to be, when you came up the mountain path here, if you angled your camera like this, you could click on the entrance of the cave and skip having to go around the mountain to gain access to it. Yeah, Pathfinder has some pretty good lore. I think a lot of the deities have some really cool lore behind them. Like someone mentioned Zon Kuthon earlier. He's got really cool lore. I mean, the whole fight between, was it the 5 gods or 6 gods against Rovagug? That's really cool. Even Asmodeus got involved with that.
Else we miss all the fun.
I'll throw out a few buffs that we have remaining.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Which is not very many.
Missed me already.
But something's better than none, right? Man, it's crazy. I feel like I'm more familiar with Pathfinder lore than I am with Dungeons and Dragons, despite
Trail me.
having associated with Dungeons and Dragons longer.
You are today's sacrifice.
I've played through
I'll remove this obstacle.
Pathfinder games a lot more frequently because all my knowledge comes from the games and whatever I happen to Google in between.
Burn. Slice. Behead.
I am your judge, and soon
I do want to get this haste out. I canceled it, but it's gonna do it. So this should be the last fight. Well, whatever's in this cave.
Pain in your blood.
Mind over muscle.
Press the attack!
Go for their heart.
Retreat is not an option.
The Book of Dreams. Take that. Bruiser's chain shirt.
This way.
I think we read this in Zacharias' library already.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Oh, okay, that's right, because Darren was down here. I still wonder why they brought Darren to the treasure room, though. Did it have something to do with the Outsider?
Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Like, I know him escaping had to do with the Outsider.
Backwards.
I think it actually is the lore.
Trail me.
Because there are examples of them reversing the bleaching. There we go. There's the harp that I need. Let's walk past it.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I guess, I mean, placebo effects have... and they do technically work, I guess. But... no, I think it's, it is real because they've been separated from their world. Alright, so let's run all the way back over here.
Road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Yeah, it was, well, central to Jubilost's quest in Kingmaker. Of course, the first world played an important part in Kingmaker as well. So I do have an itch to play through Kingmaker again. That might happen before our next run through this game. But like I said, I might also do an actual Let's Play of it and go for the secret ending. If I do that, that's going to be a little ways off because I've got Pillars of Eternity and then Baldur's Gate comes out this year as well, or supposed to. Okay, they're in the wrong order, so it's this one. Right? Maybe it's this one, that one? Okay, maybe it's this order. Figured this out the first time.
I'll prove I'm the best.
Do I have to put the book in here too? I don't think so. I feel like this should be the first one, last one. So this one's in the middle. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it sounds like the first one, but I guess it could be this one. Yeah, I'm hoping I enjoy Baldur's Gate 3. As long as it's tied to the first couple of games, then I think I'll be happy. I don't care if the gameplay necessarily matches up, but to call it Baldur's Gate 3, it has to be associated with the other story. It can't just be its own thing. Otherwise, you should give it a subtitle, like Baldur's Gate 3 and the Mind Flayer Menace, or something like that. I clicked on the wrong one. Oh, got it right.
I hear you.
Clicked on the wrong one, and it all worked out.
I hear your voice, but I don't see you. Where are you? Show yourself. Did she send you?
I feel like it should be a continuation of the original story, which I don't know how they would do, considering how the Ballspawn saga wrapped up. But if they go with like the Mind Flayer route with all the Mind Flayer hints in the first two Baldur's Gates, that would also work. Like they're working behind the scenes and it's a continuation of that. But I don't think that it should be its own. I mean, I think it's going to be tied to the Mind Flayer conspiracy from the first two games. I can't see it not being that. But I just don't want it to be a fully independent story. So do like what Mass Effect did, right? You had Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. It's a continuation of the story. And then you had Andromeda, which was tied to the franchise and made references back to it, but it was not the same story. Yeah, it takes 120 years after, which is why two of the companions are returning. There might be more. I think there will be more callbacks to the first two games. I think Larian knows what they're doing, and they know the franchise they're messing with. That I'd be impressed if they did a disservice to Baldur's Gate. I understand what you're saying. I enjoy... Now, I haven't played Divinity Original Sin 2. I've only played the first one. I've started it several times with different people trying to beat it in co-op, and just never did. But we'll get to that on the channel eventually. I'll play through all the Divinity games, and maybe by then they'll continue making that other Divinity game that got canceled in lieu of Baldur's Gate 3. The people behind the Expeditions games was helping Larian develop that game. But then they did Expeditions Rome while Larian went on to do Baldur's Gate 3.
I doubt we've met before. But this melody unites us. Desna herself must have brought you here.
No, it wasn't a full Divinity Original Sin. It was kind of a standalone title. I think there was even predefined characters, like you couldn't make your own character. From my understanding, you kind of went from map to map and fought like fights. You didn't have as much free range, but I could be wrong about that. Because it was in the news very briefly, and then Baldur's Gate 3 got announced, and they canceled that project.
In the name of Desna, I see you. How beautiful. Just a prisoner of this cell and of my whole unworthy life. Wait, you're not here, are you? It's just an apparition.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw gameplay for Divinity Original Sin, it blew my mind. That came out, was it 2011? 2012? I think that was still back when Force Strategy Gaming still did the first 40s. Like, you'd play a game for the first 40 minutes. I think, he didn't do it with that game. He showed, like, the trailer or whatever for it.
I'm awaiting execution in the dungeons below Dresden. If Desna really sent you,
Gosh,
if I still
2014,
deserve
man.
some mercy, find me, please, find me.
So then I definitely saw the gameplay before that, right? How long before? I don't know. That the whole first half of the 2010s is a blur, because that's when I went to boot camp and all that stuff. It was, I guess that would make sense, because 2011, there's no way I would have seen it in 2011. So yeah, I probably saw the gameplay in 2013. I had to guess. Not that it's super important. Alright, we finally got a little something for Wendwag here. What does Vicious do? Does that bleed? Oh no. Hurts both people. That. Alright. Throwing Acts of Silence. Fortitude save, or they lose the ability to cast spells for the next 1d4 rounds. It doesn't have a unique appearance? Huh, that's disappointing. Alright, does anybody need Finian? I guess not. He's now obsolete. Sorry, buddy.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I guess we can't get down here yet, can we? We crawl. Might be able to climb down. I remember seeing it in the early 2010s, but yeah, 2011 doesn't make sense because that's when Skyrim came out. Which came out
No, backwards, backwards!
right before I went to boot camp. So I didn't even get to play it. Oh man, I have to run all the way around and find another way to climb up.
Did you see that? What's in wait for me there, I wonder? I did it! I did it.
Oh, we're back where we need to be. Fantastic.
Only thoughts. So little time.
Oh, you want to hear about a disc messing up? So before Skyrim came out, the summer before, so I had played Morrowind and Oblivion before. I put quite a bit of time into Oblivion. Morrowind I didn't play as much of. But I was like, you know what? Skyrim's coming out. I'm not going to have a chance to play it. So I wanted to play through the older Elder Scroll games. Elder Scrolls, forgot to put an S on that. And so I was hunting for a copy of Morrowind. I didn't have Steam at the time. So I didn't play it on PC. When I played Morrowind, it was on Xbox to begin with, which is already a terrible experience. So I'm hunting for Morrowind. I'm going to all these game stores. I eventually found it at a hobby shop for 40 bucks. It was a $40 game when it was released, like 2002. I bought it in 2011 for 40 bucks. It did come with the paper map, thankfully, because I needed it later. So I didn't think to check it before I left, but when I got back to my buddy's house to play it, because I had my Xbox over at his house because we're hanging out that summer. I look at it and the disc was just scratched all to pieces. I tried to get it to work, I couldn't get it to work in the Xbox no matter what I tried. The hobby shop I bought it from was really scummy and trashy. There was no way they were going to do a return for that. So I went and bought a disc cleaner because that's supposed to help with scratches. And so I spent like 60 bucks on a disc cleaner. Actually, maybe like 80 bucks. And tried that, and it did get it to work. I got it to boot up. I ended up spending like 120 bucks, I think, total on this copy of Morrowind to get it to work. It's really stupid. Got it to work, got it to load, and then when I got into game, the only way I could actually load my old saves, I had to start a new game each time. I had to start a new game and then load my old save. I couldn't load from the main menu. It would cause it to crash. And if you've ever played Morrowind on Xbox or a console, you know that it is a terrible, terrible experience because the load times are abysmal. It's like 5 minutes per load screen. And then on top of all of that, the in-game map didn't work. It was completely blacked out. All you could see was like the square, one square on it, and that was it. So I actually had to use the in-game map to navigate around Morrowind's map because I couldn't see the in-game map. So that's yeah. Well, take care, Matthew. Yeah, I'm about to wrap up the stream anyway. Once I respec Camellia and get her back on track. Can't believe I grabbed that. I completely forgot she had Fencing Grace. Oh, I'm on core difficulty. I can't actually respec. I'm gonna have to... Shoot, man.
This way.
Do I want to change the difficulty so I can respec? Yeah, I played Dark Messiah of Might and Magic on the channel. That's pretty early on in my channel's history. Is it one check mark for TPK?
Wherever my legs carry
That's
me.
fine. This run hasn't gone very smoothly anyway, so I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, again, this is the Trickster run. I can do whatever I want. That's the whole point of being a Trickster. Yeah, I saw that. Alright. Let's rest up, get our party back in order. I am going to respec Camellia. I forgot. I wish there was a way you could see what her base feats were while you were selecting mythic feats. Man, I had the plans mapped out, but...
No, backwards.
Or the,
Backwards!
Alright. So, we'll do this real quick. I don't feel good about it, but this run has humbled me anyway, so... Yeah, made it custom. That's okay. Just Camellia. Oh, cool. And I don't want mobility either. I think I'd rather her have perception. So mobility is covered by my main character in Woljif. So. it works out anyway. I need more perception checks. I don't remember if weapon focus is even what I had for her, but it's okay. Yes, defense and grace, rapier. We got it. I remember this time. Yeah, so it was actually bugged out. My first run through on core, you could respec still by default. I don't remember what I had for this level. Was it Piranha Strike? We'll go ahead and grab it. If I do this, she only gets 3 more points. I don't think it's worth putting a point into Charisma. She does get 1 more use of the enemy's Bane. If I do that. But then I can only get this to 25. And dexterity is her more important stat, so. Well, that might be worth it too. Let's get weapon focus for her. Have more mythic feats there for the rest of the party. Darren's got Restoration Lesser, so we'll just give her all aid. Play Poison Communal, and I guess all of that, right? Let's do that, because again, Darren has protection from energy. Well, he might not have it yet, but he will have it. So she doesn't need that. Yeah, I kind of miss those days, but I also make some money off those commercials, so. Yeah, one-time respec would be nice. Actually, let me go ahead and fix that before I forget. I think all achievements have already been disabled because I already changed the settings. Not that I'm really worried about it. I'm not going for anything new this run, besides just Trickster. So I don't think I'm actually going to miss out on any achievements, except for maybe for the Folsom Queen, but that doesn't require core. Turn it off like hiding my dirty laundry. So actually I think for Socio we'll just do an extra mythic ability. And just get abundant casting, right? As you'd also get, either Domain Zealot or Impossible Domain, but he's not going to be in the party, so it's fine. Let's get him more buffs. This is actually really nice, the shield focus. I do hope that they add the heavy armor mythic that they were talking about. Because I prefer heavy armor in general. I don't like these pajama warriors. Unless I build one, of course. If I build a monk, that's different, but I do think heavy armor should be a lot more efficient than it is. If I give this to her now, this will be odd still. I should be putting points of dexterity if I go ray casting, right? Which I might just make her an enchanter instead. I might not do the whole Hellfire Ray build. It really doesn't make as much sense for her. Thematically. Let me grab Ice Plant. And Death Ward. Fantastic buff. Can't go wrong with Death Ward and Freedom of Movement when they become available. And I need to find good old what's-his-face.
Trail me.
This guy. Yeah, but she starts with one, right? So, no, I don't care about getting all the achievements. That's just, I don't pay attention to achievements. I've done it with 4 games, maybe? I did it with Fallout 3, Oblivion, Vermintide 2. 2 of those were on Xbox, the Bethesda games. Vermintide 2 I did on Steam. There might be another perfect game on Steam. I was really close to Hunt Showdown, but I wasn't really going for it. I kind of used to go for the achievements, but with Resident Evil 5, because I used to play that co-op with my buddy, I was going for it, and I was 1 achievement away from getting 100%, but then I connected it to the internet, because I used to not have access to internet for the longest time, and it had all the DLC achievements, even though I didn't own the DLC, and so where I was almost 100%, it bumped me down to like 75% or something. Yeah, I did it with Fallout 3. It was really easy. You save before you level up, and you go steal a bunch of stuff for negative karma, or give a bunch of waters to somebody, and then level up, and you get the achievement for it. And then Oblivion, there's only one thing I had to go back through and play, and that was the Shivering Isles. Everything else can be done in a single playthrough, but with the Shivering Isles, you have to choose Dementia or Madness, or whatever it was. And that was the only achievement I was missing, so I went back and got it. Okay, so we don't need the quarterstaff. We don't need that anymore, or these, or that. I'll keep that. But why is that not equipped on Melia? Did we find something better? Or is it because I respect her, she lost a lot of her equipment? Okay. So we don't need that. We don't need this. I'll keep that just in case. I probably won't be going back to that either. Alright, made some pretty good money there. I don't think there's anything else he wanted that I had, or he had that I wanted. Said that backwards. I think we're set. Let's go and rest up. Yeah, I'm gonna have Ember focus because on enchantments, because elves get a bonus to enchantments.
You are dangerous, out of control, and unteachable. Your experiments are reckless. People like you should be locked up or tossed straight on the pyre. You are an Aurilu Vorlesh in the making.
Thank you for the compliment, Gnome Boy. In truth, I have a long way to go to match the great Lady Vorlesh, but your comparison has filled me with renewed zeal.
I forgot that they lost levels against the unique Nabasu at the Lost Chapel.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder? This way.
What's his face? Is in the field medic tent. We'll go speak to him real quick. Yeah, this poor guy. It's like I asked you to do one thing and you failed twice. Who's Aaron Kerr? Remember him showing up? I remember this encounter. So I'm going to try and go for Trevor. You have to be a little bit harder on Social in order to get Trevor.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Be cool if you could reveal that you know about the other tomb and get the whole camp involved in the fight. Like everybody comes running to help out. And they all get slaughtered, of course, but... yeah, it's probably up there. Okay, let me talk to her. Okay. I don't think there's anything new here. Let me double check the quest log. Oh yeah, we should have new stuff for the storyteller. Let's go knock that out real quick. I don't remember if is he gone for right now? I don't think we see him until Dresden. So, alright. Wrap up the stream here. Next time we will do some more exploration before we go to Dresden. We have that one notorious fight with the ghosts. And then we'll make our way to Dresden. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm good, Red Eye Clips. You showed up just in time for me to wrap up the stream, man. Yeah, the other would mess up the whole camp. He was a tough fight even for, I think I was a maxed out Mythic Path, right? Or close to it. I was Legend when I fought him. I think I had all 40 levels, and he put up a heck of a fight. Yeah, take care, everybody. I'll be streaming again tomorrow around the same time. 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. I stopped that sentence like I had something else to say, but I didn't. Alright, take